Verse 19. They said, an Egyptian delivered us out of the hand of the shepherds and even drew water for us and watered the flock. So their answer was an Egyptian, not a Hebrew, an Egyptian. Now, but the clothes he wore, they would have put him as down as not a Hebrew slave, but as an Egyptian, right? And so this is what they say. This is what they could see. They didn't stop around asking questions. Who are you? What's your name? Where are you coming from? They looked at the clothes. They put two and two together, and he was dressed like the Egyptian. They saw Egyptians before, and so he's an Egyptian. No need to ask questions because they're girls after all. They know their place in society. They're not going to ask this guy. He did them a favor. No need to ask him anything. Okay, so this is what they say. So they chased them. No, they chased him away, and he even then watered. Remember, it was Rachel and Rebecca who watered. Oh, well, actually, in Jacob's case, Jacob's the one who watered Rachel's the flock. But it was Rachel Rebecca for the servant. Okay, so there's in that case, but like now Jacob, like Moses here, he is the one watering, then giving water to the flock. Okay. Verse 20. He said to his daughters, then where is he? Why have you left the man? Call him that he may eat bread. Right, so the father and hospitality, as understandably of the day, you need to be hospitable, and this is still the day in that part of the world. Like I mentioned before, Muslims are pretty hospitable in general. Not everywhere, not in every country. In Indonesia, oh man, right. And again, I don't want to generalize here. But yeah, so we can learn a lot from Muslims in this sense concerning hospitality. So he was not a Muslim; it's their priest of Midian, and so he's like, okay, he did something for you, great thing. So get him. Why is he not here? Why didn't you come and bring him with? Bring him, call him, so that he can eat with us, eat bread. That's eat rice with each other. Right? That is in what it signifies. Rice, because this part of the world, in Thailand, here in Bangkok, well, not only in Thailand, it's Myanmar or whatever. I mean, people can eat buckets full of rice. Anyhow, so bread, signifying this unity, this hospitality, what you will give. I've mentioned it a number of times. You go to a Russian village, if you are an important person, they will be met with bread and salt and bread, right? This is a show of acceptance. So this is what the bread idea is here, showing hospitality. And so he wasn't just going to give him bread to eat and that's that. It was bread and all the other food. He was going to put him up, as he's going to do. So his question is, sure, well, where is he? So seemingly he was a little bit shocked by the fact that his daughters didn't think of the fact. But I think they were so used as well by the father never standing up for them, that they thought, no, father's not going to do anything here as well. They were used to being the pariahs. They were used to being laughed at, that we don't have any brothers. We're just a bunch of sisters, of girls kind of idea, right? And I think that played in ultimately into their actions of okay, they didn't expect seemingly their father to act in such a way, although this would have been their culture. Verse 21, and Moses was content to dwell with the man, and he gave Moses his daughter Zipporah. Right, so they went, they called him, he came, and he had no problem living with them, content to live there, and he gave Moses Zipporah, most likely the eldest of the daughters, to Moses as a wife, as a husband, as a wife. He gave to Moses Zipporah as a wife, right? So if you're unmarried, you're looking for a wife, go find a well, beat up people when the girls come along to water the sheep, beat up the guys trying to stop them, and you might get a wife for free. Okay, yeah, sure. Not a lot of men these days go to water holes. I think going to watering holes in the sense of where people drink. We call them watering holes. Where they get drunk, kind of, and that's not a good place to meet your future wife. Maybe if a girl comes to a bar and you go to a bar and she's been hit on by other guys and then maybe harassed and you stand up for her, you might get to a wife. But I don't think a bar is the best place to meet your future wife anyhow. Not that I have anything against alcohol, but if in whatever, it's fine. In the too much, not getting drunk kind of idea.